Yo, what up? It's B-Cide here today. And, for most of my life, I felt like I never really fit in. And for a long time, I always thought there was something wrong with me. Looking back now, I finally understand why I never fit in. It started when I was a kid. I went to Catholic school and I never seemed to fit the mold that they had. If you weren't one of the athletes or one of the kids getting straight A's, it felt like you were already behind. Now, I learned differently than a lot of other kids, too. I had an IEP, I was pulled out of class for resource, and as a kid, that was embarrassing. You felt different before anybody even had to tell you that you were. And on top of that, I was a fat kid. And I got bullied. I got made fun of. I got ignored. And, after a while, you just start believing maybe you don't really belong anywhere. You know, the only place I ever really felt connected to something was music. When I found Green Day, something clicked. For the first time, it had felt like I found something that understood me. And later, I found hip hop. Then I found ICP. I found underground music. And even then, I still didn't completely fit in. I was the white kid from Catholic school who loved hip hop. Then I became a rapper. Then I got involved with the Juggalo community. And honestly, even there, I've always felt a little different. For years, I even kept wondering why I always seemed to be the odd one out. Why I never seemed to fit neatly into one group. But, getting older changed something. I stopped worried about fitting in. I stopped trying to become who I thought I was supposed to be for other people. And, I just became me, you know? And looking back now, I actually think not fitting in became one of the greatest gifts that I'd ever been given. Because while everybody else was trying to fit into someone else's world, I was slowly building my own. Being alone taught me how to create. It taught me how to write music, how to produce, how to build websites, how to design artwork, how to keep learning. It taught me how to enjoy my own company. It made me independent. It made me resilient. And maybe most importantly, it taught me that you don't need 100 friends. You just need a few real ones. Now, today, when I look at this community, I don't see rap fans. I don't see people who all look alike, or think alike, or come from the same places. I see people who know what it feels like to be overlooked, to be underestimated, to feel like life dealt them a shitty hand, but they refuse to quit. And maybe that's why we found each other. When I was younger, I always thought there was something wrong with me because I never fit in. Now, today, I realize there never was anything wrong with me at all. I just hadn't found my people yet. And if you spend your whole life feeling like you never fit in, maybe there's nothing wrong with you either. Maybe you're not supposed to fit into somebody else's world. Maybe you're supposed to build your own. Stay strong. Stay wicked. It's B-Side. Peace out.